My great pleasure to welcome among us one such gem of this institution. She chose a subject which was not so much chosen some 3, 4 decades ago. Indeed, maybe she was ridiculed among her friends or relatives to choose such subject and no, not to go for, as a bright student, not to go for the sort of sought out careers. And it is indeed life. People respect your decision once you have marked a place in your life. चलिए फिलोसफी का टाइम तो शायद आज नहीं है आज हम साइकोलॉजी की बातें करेंगे डॉक्टर प्रेरणा कोहली our star guest here. She's a clinical psychologist, 4 times gold medalist, and the first clinical psychologist to be awarded by Honorary President of India. Dr. Kohli is a published author and an intensive research scholar. She has been an advisor to the National Commission for Protection of Child Rights and is member of a Niti Aayog Nutrition Committee. Dr. Kohli works toward helping people to sustain relationships and making their lives more productive, happier, and abounding with inner peace. So, Dr. Prerna, kuch khushiyan yahan bhi.
Very well said.
Adab, namaste, good evening, good morning. Thank you, Iram, for such a kind introduction. It's always a momentous moment when you are acknowledged and praised by your colleagues and your alma mater. The fact of the matter is that I am facing such a August gathering. It's quite a challenge to speak about anything after these wonderful addresses which has happened. But yes, I do want to talk about the area of mental health. I've been practicing in it since I did my PhD, which was 30 years back. And today is a very joyous moment because we are celebrating Women's College Founders Day. It was in 1987 that I got Papa Mia All Round Excellence Award, and I'm on the roll of
I'm so
honor.
sorry, Dr. Prerna. I forgot to
That's okay.
mention that.
That's okay. I
I
don't want to.
that, and I would like to show it to everyone. Just a moment. Give me a moment. I would like to flaunt it on your behalf. She was presented all round excellence in the roll of honors, and her name was in the list of auditorium. And she has just proudly marked it on 2nd February. It was given on 2nd February, 86. So
86.
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you.
Uh,
So
Belated
it
congratulations.
is a very, very privileged moment to imagine standing like a young girl, at that time and getting onto the roll of honor, and then suddenly it's very humbling to be called here to speak to all of you. I only mentioned about it to inspire each one of you that anybody can get the all-round excellence award like a young girl and then be talking about it. So yes, I remember teaching psychology in the first year college students, BA first year. So psychology that time, I'll be very brief. Was hardly known. People hardly even knew how to speak, how to write in psychology, really, the spelling, all right? Uh, it was quite a challenging journey because my dream was to become a private practitioner, which was unheard of. I was ridiculed. I was called a psycho. I was told I will never make it, and who will come to you? All right. Because there's so much of stigma and shame attached to mental health. So before I go forward, I want to give a big thank and express my gratitude to all my teachers, to all my mentors, Hamida Appa, who taught me that is a survival of the fittest. No matter what you do in life, Prerna, just be on top of your game. Kuch bhi karo. Just it is a survival of fittest. Sultan sir, who taught me that you have to be student every single day of your life. Then Amina Kishore, ma'am, who brought so much joy and fun in the classroom. We did Shakespeare
Have
plays
comments of
together.
Amna Kishore ma'am on the screen for you.
Oh, please.
Prerna, welcome after all
Oh,
these
dear.
years. It warms the heart, truly.
Thank you. And she made it so joyous and saw the potential. I was also the editor of the magazine. I didn't think I had it in me. But these were the teachers who brought out the best in you. The Nikhatapa, the Nigarapa. I can go on and on. And of course, my heartfelt thank you to Akbar Hussain sir, who helped me complete my PhD with such a unique topic in record time. I'm indebted to him for the rest of my life, for him to show me the way forward. So, yes, today I do want to just mention about mental health. If you're talking about uplifting the next generation, then we must also be aware that 1 out of 4 women suffer from depression in comparison to 1 out of 10 men. And if we remove the stigma and shame around sadness, stress, depression, anxiety, we would be having women coming forward. And why this is happening, especially the mental health, is so much in women. For the only reason is because of their genetical makeup, the hormonal makeup, the biological makeup. Can you believe that even after delivering a baby, which is the most joyous moment for a woman, she can go through deep depression, what we call the postpartum depression, can have PCDO issues. So we also know that there is a deep conditioning where women put themselves really at the back, and they're always thinking about others because our EQ is so high. We are emotionally very, very intelligent, each one of us. So I think if we want our next generation to come forward, हमें जरूर इन चीज़ों की बातें करनी है. अगर हम अपनी सिस्टर को, मदर को, डॉटर को, मदर इन लॉ, डॉटर इन लॉ, किसी को देखें कि वो परेशान है, we must help them, support them, and seek help. I mean, it is just like talking about hypertension. एक टाइम इतना टैबू था टू टॉक अबाउट कैंसर, इतना टैबू था टू टॉक अबाउट डायबिटीज, बट अब तो ये नॉर्मल बातें हैं. इसी तरह वी हैव टू spread the awareness by talking about it if you're really wanting to lead the next generation to come forward, because other time, because of these emotional issues, anxieties, we are not able to come forward. तो मैं ये नहीं बोलूँगी कि मेरे टाइम कितने चैलेंजेस थे और ये था वो था. हर जनरेशन के चैलेंजेस होते हैं, मगर क्योंकि मेरे पास इतने चैलेंजेस थे कि प्रैक्टिकल मेरे को चांस नहीं मिल रहा था to do hands-on, to learn practical education. The education starts actually after finishing the technical education. That's what life education is all about. And मैंने अपनी तरफ से थोड़ी सी कोशिश करी. I've taken the initiative to float this organization called Mind Tribe, and I have over 75 women where I am offering internship in psychology. So I think हर किसी को आगे आना है, जो भी वो अपने तरह से कर सकता है. कोई ज्यादा कम की बात नहीं है. We all have to come forward. Like, look at this platform, Beauties of AMU. Anyways, makes us feel so beautiful inside out. What a beautiful name, यार. Beauties of AMU. वैसे हम इतने अपने आप को हसीन समझने लगे हैं जब से आपने वो टाइटल दिया हुआ है. So we all have to do that. So मेरा ये भी मानना है कि ये जब मैं थीम को देखती हूँ about leadership, about getting the next generation forward. So we've seen very difficult times, the pandemic. We may be in the same storm, but we were in different boats. And the national COVID response was made by a woman who was in the Ministry of Health. And all of us, you, me, and women across have been rolled into mothers and teachers and nurses. It's been really, really challenging time to have the family there, to teach the children, to even swap the floors, clean the utensils, no help, and yet be there serving in the public domain. So I personally feel that the very the points I wrote after I read the theme, I'll just a couple of points because wo thoda shero shairi hai, which is so close to my heart. The women leadership has taken a completely new meaning after what we have gone through pandemic, and whatever we have understood and professed, मेरा ये भी मानना है कि it is not so much about gender equality जो हम बात करते हैं. I mean, it is about gender sensitivity. That's all it is. Otherwise, we are equal everywhere. We are not talking about that we need to get physically stronger कि हम lift कर सकें ज़्यादा weight. We are talking about mental and emotional strength. एंड उसमें हम किसी से पीछे नहीं हैं. सो because of this pandemic, the entire meaning of women leadership changing, तो मुझे एक बहुत ही beautiful lines याद आ रही हैं, which have been penned down by the US based Urdu poetess फरत सेहत. वो लिखती हैं कि औरत हूँ मगर सूरत खौसार खड़ी हूँ, एक सच के तहफ़्फ़ुज़ के लिए सबसे लड़ी हूँ.
बहुत
वो
खूब।
मुझसे सितारों का पता पूछ रहा है, पत्थर की तरह जिसकी अंगूठी में जड़ी हूँ.
वाह!
इस दस्ते बला में न समझ खुद को अकेला, मैं चोक की सूरत तेरे खेमे में गड़ी हूँ.
बहुत
So what we need now is not making women strong. We are strong. मैंने कहा ना, हम फिजिकली स्ट्रेंथ नहीं ढूंढ रहे. We are strong. But celebrating our empowered. Each one of us is empowered. आप चाहे homemaker को ले लीजिए. There cannot be a better CEO than a homemaker. Every woman, every mother is a CEO, is a leader. I mean, we are the backbones of our homes as daughters. हमारे बिना तो रौनक ही नहीं है. As mothers, as sisters, as daughter-in-laws, as anybody, as technical as leaders, हमारे बिना तो रौनक ही नहीं है. So we are the backbone. So I feel that this will not be a struggle for equality, for competition, for space, or claim of rights. This has to be a pure and joyous celebration of God's gift of womanhood given to each one of us. ये नहीं है कि आपको कहीं बाहर निकल के काम करना है that you become a leader. You can become a leader in your own community through collaboration, through compassion, through gratitude, by celebrating who you are. And I think this celebration can only create happier environment. And when we talk about happier environment, I'm talking about good mental and emotional health. You know, it's all about being happy, and happiness is not the end goal. It is the first step. And I urge all of you to start focusing on celebrating your womanhood, जहां भी हैं. And that gender and age is no bar to achieving your goal. That goal may be to probably learn probably an instrument. It could be probably sharpen any skill. चाहे वो आप शार्पन करें स्किल, या आप अपनी कम्युनिटी की लीडर बन जाएं, चाहे आप किसी एनजीओ को ज्वाइन करें, चाहे आप कोई सीईओ बन जाएं. There's so much potential in each one of us. So just don't give up on yourself. And let's lift each other up. एक दूसरे की तारीफ करिए, encourage करिए, support करिए. Women know what women go through. And I will end by my favorite couplet. मेरी जिंदगी की असली उड़ान अभी बाकी है. मेरी जिंदगी की असली उड़ान अभी बाकी है. मेरे हौसलों का इम्तिहान अभी बाकी है. अभी तो नापी है मुट्ठी भर जमीन हमने, आगे अभी सारा आसमान बाकी है. With these words, I wish every woman to be the best version of herself, to be the best authentic version of herself, or let's move from fear to love, from fear to faith. And just let's have compassion, collaboration, and community. This is the biggest education. मैं सच मानिए, आज की तारीख में आप कुछ भी जानना चाहें, you can open Google, right? But आज की तारीख में सबसे बड़ी education is community, compassion, collaboration, creativity. And that can only come when we all are together. Thank you so much